Hey everyone, Olivia here with Model Space. Today I'm excited to announce that we've done a really great redesign of the common open source visor to make the face shield. We've done this in partnership with the Medical Society of Northern Virginia, and in this video I'm going to go over the changes that we've made to the most common face shields that you're going to find on the internet, and I'm also going to go over how to assemble this. So, first things first, I wanted to point out that the height of this overall has been reduced. What that means is that this version versus most other visors is going to print a lot more quickly. On average, this prints between 1 to 2 hours more quickly than the average visor that you're going to find on the open source market. And that also means that you're going to reduce your material costs as well. But the good news is that we haven't really sacrificed any of the rigidity or strength that you're going to find in those other visors. The second most important detail that we've changed is that the top of this has been covered. So for the medical community, it's not just enough to have a face shield that covers the front of your face. You also need a face shield that covers the front and also this top bit. A lot of the open source visors have this top open, which isn't ideal for most medical uses. So we've been able to make those few edits, and next I'm going to show you how to assemble this. So what's great about this design is that the pegs right here have been left so that it will work with most standard laser cut face shields. So before you get started, in the description below I have a link to download this 3D print file. You have both the visor, the bottom reinforcement, and this adjustable hook back piece. And you'll also need, for the final assembly, some rubber bands or hair ties. Those will work fine too. And of course, this laser cut shield visor. So there's a few ways to attach this laser cut piece to the front of your visor. The best way I have found is actually to hook it onto these outer pieces first. So what I'm going to do is hook this on here and hook this on to the back here. So obviously we're not done yet. These two pegs right here have to hook into these two holes. So to do that, what I'm going to do is kind of ease this, like move it upwards a little bit. Just gently. We don't want to go too hard, and maybe I'll use the table to help me out a bit. Now, these holes right here are made to be pretty tight. Of course, we don't want the visor to fly off during use, which is why these holes are so tight. So I was able to pop that in with a little bit of force, but not too hard. You don't want anything to break or scratch. So we have almost all of the visor assembled at this point. And you could stop here with this component, but I would also suggest to print out this bottom reinforcement piece, which allows the entire piece to be more curved. So these laser cut holes here should correspond with the divots in this reinforcement bit on the bottom here. So I am just going to try to line these up and slowly ease them in. This might take a little bit of effort trying to ease it in a bit. Okay, almost there. And make sure that these divots fit inside the hole. So now you can see these laser cut pieces have fit inside the divot. So we've got a majority of this already assembled. The last bit is to put the straps on the back. So for that you'll need some rubber bands or hair ties. And I would suggest not just looping this around the tab, because this could easily fall off. What I would suggest is actually to take your rubber band or hair tie and loop it around like this onto itself. So now you have a hole that's going to hold it in place. So I'm going to loop this in here. There we go. And I'm just going to run this line back and forth. So that gets it nice and tight. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to loop it onto itself to make this secondary loop, and then I'm going to use that and wrap it around this other little divot. Okay. And now all is left to do is to attach this hooked piece. So I'm just going to do it on its second to widest setting, where I am going halfway down the rubber band and wrapping it around this hook. Okay. Awesome. And there you go. It's a fully assembled, laser cut and 3D printed face shield. And you can adjust the straps as needed to fit more tightly on your head. You could also use different rubber bands, dimensions to make it shorter or longer. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to assemble our new visor. If you would like more information about the Medical Society of Northern Virginia, I have linked that down below. And if you liked this video and found it useful, please give us a like and subscribe. But thank you very much.